bloopity bloppity bloppy please.
Sharing the game with you all. Enjoy my country, 'tis of thee.
Hoi!
Hi, Malik. Alright. Also, like, volume check. Can anyone give me a volume check? I feel like the music's a little loud, but I don't know.
Oh, again, it would help if my Firefox wasn't just completely muted.
I like faster text speed.
Also, hi, we have Mick.
We do have a mic,
Hello.
as shown by the icon and extra captioner.
I think I'm louder than both of you.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm like pretty
okay,
loud.
Let me like speak at normal volume instead of mumbling. Hey, guess what? I don't know, Malik. What?
Yeah, what?
Oh.
What?
Wow! Thank you!
Oh my gosh!
Sorry, everybody. It's like, I'm gonna scare Sharky, and it's like, JK, it's me hosting today, and I don't get as startled by it usually.
It's always on like Wednesdays it happens.
Yeah, good. It lands on me.
Also, oh my gosh, 19 months.
I
That's over a
know.
year and a half.
That is.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Yibba-dabba-dab.
Sloobity bloobity bop.
Captioner, why do you think I said you look beautiful?
Sometimes the captioner I feel like is a little bit of a creep or something. Checklist. Ooh.
Yeah, it tells you what achievements you got, how many deaths you've gotten, what types of deaths
I
you
haven't
gotten.
died 5 different ways. Damn. I think
Wait,
I
this
did
says-
follow a guide for me.
Yeah, they said that didn't even have it filled in. You died once.
It must have lost data at some point then.
Do you want me to bring up something?
Yes, please. Well, we can die a couple times first, yeah?
Yep.
Long live the actually fuck the monarchy.
I'm already
Alright.
bringing something up just when we get there.
Let's
also, how has your
go.
week been, Melik? Oh crap, are we reading?
I don't know, I assume so. You wanna be
We're,
Jocelyn?
we're almost home. Your room is just the way you left it.
Am I a baby princess?
Oh, that's between you and Mick.
Mix, do you wanna be a baby princess?
I can be. I can be the baby princess.
Do you want to be?
What
I
do
am
you want?
indifferent. As per usual.
I don't remember all the characters in this, so...
There's
But nice on the time off. I think nice?
yes, always nice to have time off.
Unless you need the hours.
Well, yeah.
Dot.
I know it's hard to leave your school and all your friends, but I've arranged the best possible tutors for every subject. You'll have to work hard this year to prepare yourself before your 15th birthday, but I know you can do it.
I'm like trying to gauge how annoyed am I gonna get at being Elodie. She is less annoying than Sarah.
I mean, yeah, nobody can be more annoying than Sarah.
Who is Sarah?
We played another game called a little Lily princess that I think is based on the book A Little Princess. And she's not literally a princess, but she is a little girl who has the positivity of an extremely privileged, like, child who has never encountered anything bad. Super sunshiny and cute and let's just all get along, blah blah blah. Everybody loves me. Which then partway through the book, for reasons, she suddenly kind of loses the her family, or kind of loses the money that was sort of keeping her in the school or whatever, and kind of was the reason that all the teachers and stuff bothered ever being nice to her whatsoever. So, like for example, she had a maid, and she's like, oh wow, my maid is so nice, she's so great. And of course, the maid is like, look, I'm not getting paid to look after you anymore, which means that I need to go find a new job. I'm not here because I'm your friend. Bye, bitch. What? Caption or why? Caption or why?
And lots of whining, lots of...
And then, you know, once she is not being treated as the special, privileged, like, ultra-rich girl, then she is full of self-pity and all. It's just like, yeah, okay. Alright, whatever.
Yeah,
I get annoyed at overly sunshiny characters, especially if it's because they are so privileged.
Look into Satan's psyche. You heard me? No, I didn't say Kirby.
I think there's a line in the movie Parasite that's they're talking about how the rich wife of the family that they're sort of being the help to by lying and conning, but they basically were saying how, like, oh, the wife, she's really nice, she seems really nice, she's like not the smartest perhaps, but she's really nice. And the mom of the poorer family is like, she's nice because she's rich. Like, it's not, oh, she's nice in spite of being rich, she's nice because she's rich, because she's never had, like, anything to harden her. And she is like, I'd be nice too if I was that rich and never had to worry about anything.
Right.
Anyway, Parasite is an excellent movie, and it goes absolutely off the rails. It's great. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's really good.
I have not.
I highly
I still
recommend
need
it.
to watch it.
I think it's on Hulu now.
I believe it's been on Hulu for a while.
Yeah. I think I watched it like 4 or 5 times since I had because I had that subscription thing at the movie theater, so I could see a movie free every day. So we just went a few more times. You know, back in the before times. All right.
Yes. Parasite is still on Hulu.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
You'll learn quickly and make a wonderful queen. It's what your mother would have wanted.
You know what? She's gonna go through a bunch of trauma and die. I could probably deal with
Wow.
what? That's kind of the concept of this game. If you're unfamiliar with this game, the entire concept is basically you die a lot. This is not what Mother would have wanted. She wouldn't have wanted to die and leave me.
No, she wouldn't. But sometimes bad things happen. We have to pick up and carry on. All of Nova depends on us. On you. I will be here to guide you until your coronation, but the decisions you make are ultimately up to you. Come, your maids are waiting.
Welcome to Long Live the Queen. If this is your first time playing, you should read this brief introduction to how the game works. I think all three of us have played before, but should I go through the tell me more for audience sake, or?
I suppose there's no harm in doing so.
Yeah.
Alright, you will be controlling Elodie, the almost Queen of Nova, as she tries to prepare for her coronation. To do that, she needs to take classes every week in order to raise her skills. The skills she learns will provide different choices in the ongoing plot. Learning the right skills can mean the difference between life and death.
Literally.
You also need to keep an eye on Elodie's mood. With her mother's tragic death, Elodie is not very happy right now. The mood button will take you to the emotions screen for more details. Elodie is feeling both afraid and depressed, but her strongest emotion is depressed. If she becomes more cheerful to cancel out the depression, her strongest emotion would then be afraid.
Good luck getting that.
Elodie's current mood affects her ability to learn. It will give her a bonus to some skills and a penalty to others. Let's take a look at the skills screen now.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. These stat raising type games are oof. Skills are broken into 4 main categories: social, physical, intellectual, and mystical. Inside these categories are skill sets, groups of 3 related skills. You start with 0 in all skills. Every week, Elodie can study 2 skills. Normally, she earns 2 points in a skill for every weekday that she studies. So if she studies history, she will earn 2 points times 5 days equals 10 points. Because Elodie is depressed, she has a -2 penalty to the social skill set conversation. She doesn't feel like talking to people right now. If she studies conversation, she will earn 2 - 2 points every day. That is 0 points. However, she has a +1 bonus to the expressions skill set. If she studies one of the expression skills, she will earn 2 + 1 points per day, which means 3 points a day, 15 points for the week. This is how math works.
We can add 2 + 1.
All right, I think we get some points in accounting for the great math we're learning here. If you study a skill you have a penalty for, you could be wasting your time and not learning anything. If you study a skill you have bonuses for, you will learn much faster than normal. All of these bonuses and penalties will change when Elodie's mood changes. She can also gain bonuses to skills by studying related skills. Check the skill screen every week to see your current bonuses. Once you know your mood, skills, bonuses, and penalties, you are ready to choose your classes for the week. Also, a lot.
Yeah.
The classes screen breaks down skill sets by category for your morning and evening classes. When you select a skill set, the 3 options in that set will appear on the right side of the screen. Choose a class option for both morning and evening classes, then click the Done button, which will appear in the lower right corner. As you play through the story, you will sometimes see feedback bubbles appearing over the text. These tell you what's happening behind the scenes. Bubbles like these will show you when Elodie's mood is being altered by events. Bubbles like these will show you when the story is changing based on what skills Elodie has learned so far. If the test fails, there is some option being missed because she doesn't have enough points in that skill yet. This feedback is very helpful in figuring out different options to try. But if you don't want to see it, you can turn the bubbles off in the Preferences menu.
That's nice.
Now, get ready to become a queen.
We won't.
All right.
There we go.
We have only one outfit right now.
It takes a while before we get outfits.
Uh-huh. All right. So, royal demeanor, conversation, and athletics all have penalties right now. But
Expression and
animals
animal
and
handling.
expression have
Yep.
bonuses.
And
Because
as it
we
should,
are
we're
depressed.
very depressed.
Cancel. I'm not trying to open any browsers. All right, classes.
So what classes are we going to take for this week? What shall we learn about?
Well, expression and animal handling were the ones with bonuses right now.
Shall we learn about some decoration, an instrument, singing, learn how to handle a dog, a hawk, a horse, or many other things?
Falcons.
Whatever, bird.
Burb. Burbs are cute. Oh, wait, we got a follower 18 minutes ago.
Oh, we
Was
did?
that when we were on the start screen? I guess that must have been when we
Yes.
were on the start screen.
Yes, it
Thank you,
was.
Pickled Vivi. If you're still around.
V.
Oh, I know who that is.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Very good friend of mine.
Nice.
Oh.
Well,
That's
thank you for the
awesome.
follow. I think I like animals.
Do you like horses, dogs, or Falcon Punch?
If we gain points in animal handling, does that help us handle Captain Falcon?
No, it helps us handle Falco. The quail. I think he's a quail.
Let's see.
Everything's at 0.
Yeah.
We could learn about dance, some weapons, or we could go into an intellectual approach with history, some foreign affairs, medicine, economics. We could be a military might to rival everybody else.
Well, I'm choosing animal handling for, let's see, riding and grooming, training and hunting, or training and hunting.
Yeah.
I think falcons seem pretty cool. Maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
Then,
so too.
I'm just gonna put Mick on the spot.
I was actually going to put Mick on the spot if you weren't.
What? Put me on the spot for what? Picking?
Yeah,
Yeah,
choosing the evening.
pick our
one.
pick our evening class.
Let's go with Falcons.
Another Falcons?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, all in on falcons. All right, let's go.
I mean,
Done.
that will actually be pretty good because that's 30 points. Visit the Muse and learn about different kinds of trainable birds, their preferred nesting sites, behavior, and food.
Bonus depressed.
You learn about the fragility of hunting birds and the years of training necessary to develop mastery. Luckily, your Royal Falconeer does most of the hard work for you. You learn about the hood and leather jesses, how and when they are worn, and how to keep them maintained and oiled.
Should we leave things for Mick to read?
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. I'm just.
Alright.
What's all that noise outside? Who's there? Or who's here? Oh, it's my cousins! And my aunt and uncle.
Should I read that?
I assume there's also an uncle and cousins to read. Do you want this one, or-
A cousin, a young girl, if I remember right.
I suppose I can take the uncle.
Oh, wait. Does the uncle speak at this point? Do you remember, Sharky?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Alright,
Uncle
let's
might
hope
have-
that the uncle has some lines. Darling, we were so terribly sorry to hear about your mother, Fidelia.
It's been a few months.
Thank you. Oh, there it is.
You look well, niece.
Hi, Roddy.
Hi,
Lodi.
Lottie. Yeah,
Whatever.
Lodi and Lottie. I haven't seen you in ages. Will you be staying long?
Yep. Mommy said we'd be here all month.
Maybe we'll have some time to talk later. I do not like that transition. Alright, now that you've finished studying, what will you do for the weekend?
We can play with some toys. We can talk to our cousin, walk in the gardens. Talk to our aunt.
Attend service. Visit
To not be
tomb.
depressed. To be more depressed and afraid.
Explore the castle. Attend court.
Oh no, that's talk to our father.
This is talk to your father. Is
Yeah,
question marks. Attend court is +2 yielding, +1 depressed, and +1 pressure.
Or we can go visit the dungeons.
Sneak out. Visit dungeons. No effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Let's see. How's our mood?
We are a point more depressed than we are afraid.
Yes. But what if we became more yielding?
Then we would be yielding?
Well, no,
I mean-
because it just increases depressed.
If we played with toys, I think that increases yielding.
It does. And increases cheerful. But
Yep.
I'm like, I just want to fuck around with the non-obvious options.
I mean, yeah.
Or maybe we visit our aunt. She definitely has no plans to kill
Oh,
us,
that's
right?
cousin.
Oh, okay, cousin.
That's a little. Charlotte's the little cousin.
Should we talk to Dad? Should we become more afraid?
What about sneaking out?
We become +2 willful and 1 lonely. But that's not enough to cancel out the depressed. Which
Yeah,
might
we would
be
need
okay. I mean, none of these are going to cancel out the depressed right away.
This
This will
actually,
just tie the afraid and depressed, and I don't know which wins at that point.
I think it's farthest to the left wing.
So maybe we change up our bonuses by becoming afraid.
Well, also attending service just removes the depression.
It does. Do you want to attend service? Do you want to become just really afraid?
If I remember right, I think it's like it defaults to the left one, or the farthest left one. I could be wrong, but that's what I feel like when we were
I want
playing.
to do dumb things today. I'm tired, and I just want to make dumb decisions.
Okay.
Go for it.
At least for this one. You wander through the parts of the castle where other people rarely visit, but find little except spiderwebs. Yuck! Alright, so now we're good
we're
with
afraid.
falcons. We're bad at weapons and military and intrigue and royal demeanor.
We're like always bad with royal demeanor. It's actually disgustingly hard to upgrade royal demeanor. I hate it.
Oh, so we should have gone for that first, before it had the penalty.
No, it had the penalty when you're depressed too.
Did it? I think it was just conversation and
Nope.
athletics that had the penalty.
Royal demeanor still had a -1 to. I think there was only if I remember right, there's only one mood. I think it's
Anyway,
Fielding or something stupid has
think-
a plus to royal demeanor.
so we have agility bonus now,
Yep.
and we have a faith bonus.
We also have a tiny bonus to animal handling now that we have some animal handling skill.
A little bit.
Yes.
So, here's our mood. We're afraid and depressed, and a little bit lonely.
We're a tiny bit lonely.
A tad lonely. We still have no other outputs.
No.
And
I think you have to get to 50 on all 3 of them in a section in order to get a outfit.
I think
It's something like that. It's
that we should improve.
It's gonna
our
take a while.
reflexes.
that would
Yeah,
be,
that's a good idea.
especially when we're probably going to be assassinated at some point.
Yep.
Class number 2.
What about more reflexes?
All right.
I mean, doubling down isn't a bad idea at times.
It's not necessarily bad.
I just don't want to get murdered.
Okay.
Who wants to read, or we don't read?
I think that I'm gonna push Mick to read more things. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Your teacher walks around you, prodding a finger at you slowly in order to train you and blocking those touches without triggering fear or faster breathing.
While we're afraid.
Yep. We get
You
bonuses
practice-
to it while we're afraid, in fact.
Yeah. You practice with a jump rope to increase the speed of your footwork. You practice solo tennis, hitting a ball against the wall repeatedly in order to train your hand and eye to react.
You may now play sports on the weekends.
That's pretty good.
What's that commotion outside? Father? What's going on? Who wants to be Juliana?
I can be Juliana. I have come to pay my respects in honor of your mother.
You have no respect or honor. It's because of you and your powers that my wife is dead.
What?
I am a lumen, as was she, and like every lumen, I am willing to give my life, if necessary, to protect our domain.
Your line has been traitors for 200 years. I won't have you corrupting my daughter.
Wow, harsh.
That is for the crown princess to decide. Elodie, your mother trusted me, and I have much to teach you.
Should we send her away or arrest her, or she's cool, let her stay.
I don't know, Sharky. I don't think you've made decisions so far.
Arrest her!
Alright. You are a traitor to the crown and I ought to have you executed. Guards, arrest her! Throw her into the castle dungeons and let her rot!
We're angry.
We are angry.
Well, I suppose she won't be a problem anymore.
Now that you finished studying, what will you do for the weekend?
Yes.
Well, now the visit dungeons is question marks.
Yes.
Let's
And
see,
if we
our
play
mood is
sports,
now- We got
We are-
angry, so we are mainly depressed again. Sports makes
we
you,
are angry and less afraid, or less lonely.
which would keep us at depressed.
Again, getting out of the depression pit is hard.
What should we do? Mick? Any preferences?
Let's go to the dungeon.
To the dungeons. You venture into the depths of the castle dungeons. The Duchess of Versailles is there, in her cell, sitting perfectly straight on the bench against the wall and looking your direction as if she'd been expecting you.
Caution is wise for one in your position. Hasty judgments can lead to trouble. Are you ready to listen now?
Shall we hear her out or just taunt her?
You know, I feel like this is too fast of a turnaround for Elodie, so... Neener, neener, neener.
We're also 14.
Yeah. Having fun in there? Here? Are the rats being good company? Because you're never leaving! You flick your fingernail against the metal bars to remind her of her place. Eek! For a moment, the ground seemed to tremble. Was that an earthquake? You're not sure, but you think you'd rather not be in the dungeons right now. Well, we got our fear back!
Oh my gosh.
We got angry and then we got afraid again.
Oh, instead of lonely and afraid, we are depressed and afraid.
Uh-huh. Well, that means we have a bonus to agility and faith still.
Yes, we do.
What do we want to study?
What shall we learn this week?
Do we just leave it because our bonuses are the same? Do we want to learn any other agility things? Did you say that we get outfits for hitting 50 and something?
50 and all 3 in a specific category, if I remember right.
Oh, that's a lot.
It's...
Well...
It's a while.
Oh, hello. Hello, new person. How are you?
Hello.
Yeah, what do you want to take? Is this your first time playing? No, but it has been a long time. Also, we are specifically probably kind of aiming to die. Which isn't hard, I know.
Which isn't hard at all.
Long live the actually fuck the monarchy.
I say we play with swords.
Play with swords? Do we have a bonus to swords?
No. Oh, we have a negative to swords.
Are you sure you want us to play with swords?
Let's go running.
Alright. I think I want to keep 1 on reflexes.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright. Actually, no, I'm gonna do the other way around for fun. Done.
Should I read this?
Go for it.
Yeah, please read all the class description thingies.
Okay. You practice walking at a brisk but comfortable pace for a set length of time every day. You practice running at high speed back and forth over a small area, making quick turns and changing directions.
He loves me? He loves me not.
Lottie, do you have a boyfriend?
Not really. I just like to play with the flowers.
Yes, I just like to destroy flowers for fun.
Yeah.
I don't actually care if whoever likes me. In fact, who's he? We're ace here. Me too! You gather your skirts and prepare to sit down when all of a sudden, a hissing noise alerts you to a hidden danger. A snake! Charlotte, don't move! With your quick reflexes, you grab a forked stick and manage to flip the snake away from you and your cousin. Well, it's a good thing we put all that effort into reflexes.
Nice.
Get away, you horrible thing! You stomp loudly on the ground, and the snake slithers off into the distance. What is going on out here?
Mommy, there was a snake.
What was a snake doing in the royal gardens? This is completely unacceptable. You could have been killed.
Elodie scared it off.
That's not good enough. I can't have my daughter remaining in such a dangerous place. We are returning home to Merva at once.
Aww.
Yeah, fuck my niece. I'm taking my daughter away. My daughter could have died. I don't care if the, crown princess could have died, but, my daughter.
What shall we do? What shall we do?
Let's see. We're more afraid than depressed. Or, more depressed than afraid again. I'm kind of tempted to just start us down the yielding pit.
It'll take a little bit.
Yeah, unfortunately, it also increases depression.
Playing with toys doesn't. You could cancel it out by playing with toys and then go.
Or we go
court.
down a willful pit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, willful doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah, willful doesn't sound too bad. I don't remember what each bonuses are which.
I don't know. I just want them to change right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it'll be depressed for one, but we can get willful. And then the
depression pit is hard.
On the next one, we'd be more willful since we're not increasing depression, at least. Unless we gain depression from story things. I don't know.
Hey, it's very possible. This game likes doing that.
Will we die by sneaking out? Maybe. You sneak out of the castle to have a little fun. You enjoy your freedom, but your father won't like it if he finds out. Alright. So we are depressed and kind of lonely and afraid and willful. We are willfully depressed.
What is this mood?
Very stubborn, lonely depression. That's
so what should our
scary.
classes for this week be?
Well... Oh, we have a double penalty to conversation. We have the -1 to real demeanor.
Yep.
We have a little bit of minus to athletics, so it's a good thing we did the one earlier.
Yep.
We could go back to animals, or we could go to one of these things that has no bonus but no penalty.
Swords.
You want swords now? Now that we're not being penalized for it?
Swords.
Alright, Sharky wants to cut things. What does my
You know, the thing that my D&D character doesn't do.
The thing that mine could do, but I prefer to stab.
I prefer smashing.
Alright. 3 different characters with 3 different styles. Even though Race was saying that we're dangerously close to Oops All Mages.
Yeah!
I played an Eldritch Knight, but then I saw Cavalier.
Yeah, because I mean, Eldritch, like,
it's not
Satan's
exactly all mages.
You don't have spells because you're a mage. It's the oops all mages in the sense of we're also all evil, almost.
Right.
Almost
also, my
all
character would not
exactly.
have
I mean, I think in terms of spells, I only have 1?
2.
2.
I think.
Yeah.
I think you just got suggestion.
Yeah, suggestion and the poison spray.
Yeah. So, like, you have spells, but they're like racial spells. They're not like because you're a spellcaster.
Yeah.
If you were an arcane trickster, then you would be an then
They're
you'd
like
be a spellcaster.
hiss motherfucker spells.
What shall be our second one?
Mick?
Let's see. What about...
Let me bring skills back up.
Just so you know, it does do a hard cap at 50 until some prerequisites are met. So
I was gonna say flexibility, but yeah.
Flexibility?
Yep,
Flexibility is fine.
Yeah.
Oh. Class is flexibility.
Yep.
Alright. And boop.
You take up a wooden sword and practice correct grips and stances. You learn to relax and evaluate the tension in your body, and then to practice the different types of motion available to each of your joints, twisting, shifting, and rotating.
The castle seems quieter with Charlotte and Emery and Zara and their parents gone. It's certainly not empty, though. It seems like we get more servants every day. Alright.
Going to sneak out again?
Yeah, we'll become all the way willful, and I think at that point, we'll tie our lonely with depression. Why solve the depression pit when we could just get into deeper and deeper pits?
Because the game's just gonna be like, hey, you're more depressed.
Well, we're not depressed anymore. We're very willful.
We are very willful.
And that means that
We're
we
still-
suck at royal demeanor.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Every single thing you do is like, you can't have royal demeanor.
All right, we also suck at history and econ right now, but we're good at intrigue.
And military. And we can't do
And the
anything
thing
with
that we
living.
can't do.
Yes.
So, what do we want to
exactly.
do?
Or
Look,
we
if you
could
leave
do-
it to me, I'll just do intrigue shit. But I don't know if you want to leave it to
Yeah.
me.
What about Lumen? I'm curious
We
about
can't.
that.
We can't.
We
do
can't
that.
because we locked up the lady and
Oh,
been like,
fair.
neener, 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 bye.
Yeah, we have to get a certain item which requires some fun skills being high in order to get so that we can start studying Lumen. It takes a little bit of work. What else are you thinking, Mick?
We could go with more flexibility.
Yeah, we could.
Okay. I do want one intrigue.
You can
Do
go
we
with-
want internal or foreign?
Hmm.
Or ciphering?
Ciphering.
Okay.
Okay.
So flexibility and ciphering. Flexibility and ciphering. Learning to read and write secret information. Sneaky. Boop.
You practice reading words whose letters have been arranged in reverse order. Simplest of transpositions, which anyone literate can puzzle through if they try. Sometimes useful to hide information. Am I supposed to read that?
I think it's in plain sight.
It's in plain sight backwards.
Ah. In plain sight. You practice circling your arms and making kicking motions with your legs to stretch out your limbs. Why does she look so smug right now?
Because we're willful. AKA cocky.
It's not really what willful means, technically.
Yes.
One of the maids approaches for your attention.
I didn't say anything.
Well,
My lady, couriers have arrived from the Duke of Sedna.
we have a Duke of Sedna?
No, my lady. The Duchy of Sedna is in Talas. They have brought you a letter and a gift.
Condolences on the death of, deeply regret, best wishes. Oh, what a beautiful necklace! Something sparkly will make me feel better. Wow.
I remember that.
Well, we're less depressed.
What a miracle! A pretty necklace makes us less depressed.
Yup. We could drop back to depressed if we then attended court.
What was the third thing it does?
+1 pressure.
We're
Which
under
pressured
pressure.
is the opposite of lonely somehow. And I'm like, both of these sound bad. But then again, most of these sound bad.
Our mood is existential dread. We could play some sports if you want.
You want sports ball?
Sports ball.
We could get angry that way. But
We
not
could get
that
angry. And we could be less lonely.
You want to be less lonely? You know, maybe we should attend service for her dead mother.
Oh, that makes us less afraid.
Interesting, that changed.
Yep, it does. It's dependent on your stats.
Mick, do you want to play sports or attend service?
Let's play sports.
Oh!
Affected by loneliness. You take to the court for a few games of tennis. Feel the thrill of competition.
Oh, we're still willful.
Yes, we are. Oh, wait, I just realized it has the bonuses up here.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Left.
No, it's on the right.
Square, triangle, circle, be a start.
So is this Sega or Sony?
Quack.
All right. What do we want to invest in this time?
Maybe dance.
Ooh, some dancing would be good.
Dance is nice. I feel like... Well, we just failed the foreign intelligence check. So
And the
maybe...
history check.
Yeah. So, do you think it's gonna come back up? Should we come back to foreign intelligence? Should we look into internal? Or should we just continue enciphering?
Well, we failed that check, so the consequences already happened.
Exactly. I'm like, well, are we gonna get more consequences if we continue to ignore foreign intelligence? I feel like...
I mean,
We
there's
may not
consequences for like almost everything.
I know.
So like, technically, yes.
Alright, so let's do dance, and then... You know, I feel like I'd like to know more about internal affairs. Yeah?
Why not?
Let's go. I'm surprised we haven't died yet.
Oh, it actually takes a little bit before we can die.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
We
we're
already
gonna die
hit
soon,
a
though,
death point.
with the snake. Until you have children of your own, your maternal uncle, the Duke of Merva, is next in line for the crown, and after him would be his daughter, your cousin Charlotte. You practice curtsying, standing, and walking across the floor in a graceful manner.
That woman, the priestess, keeps staring at me. What do you want?
I can read it.
Were you the other Lumen lady?
Yes.
I
Should I not
volunteer
be both?
Sharky.
Okay, that works.
Your destiny will find you, even if you run from it. You were born to wield the power of a lumen.
And like, I have no idea if there are scenes of them together, but just in case there are.
There are under certain situations.
What do you know about that?
The power was your mother's, and the kings and queens before her. It is your right and your responsibility to defend your domain. I have seen signs of the future. Danger is coming. Without that power, this land is defenseless.
Well, what am I supposed to do about it?
The Duchess of Ursula will teach you, if you set her free.
But...
She never harmed your mother. They were friends. It is only because she bears the power of a lumen so openly that your father rejects her. Satan, decide, will we free her?
I think we're a willful child.
Are we stubborn?
Willful and stubborn have a lot more overlap. This is all a trick to get the traitor released. I won't listen to you!
Now we're just getting angry.
We are, but we're still primarily willful.
Apparently we just need to find ways to get angry. We need to Hulk smash.
depressed and afraid. We still haven't talked to our father. Or walked in the gardens.
No, we haven't.
Maybe we should walk in the gardens and become a little bit more cheerful. Or play with toys.
Canceling out the depression.
We can cancel out a little bit of depression and a little bit of the willful at the same time with the toys. Which I think will then have us tied with willful and lonely. Yeah, I don't want to be always on the edge of depression, so let's play with toys maybe?
Yeah.
Go for it.
You spend the weekend holed up alone in your room with your favorite toys. It's childish, but you feel a bit better. And still smug. You still feel smug. But you're just tied on willful and lonely now. Which means I think the next one, if we chose the throne room or a tent court, I think we could actually become...
Yeah, we'd be lonely.
Wait, no. Because you get +1 to pressured, I think.
Oh, yeah, no, that's true.
And
you
get
get
+1 depression, so it would tie.
Well, yeah.
And then
we'd
willful would
become
drop to 1.
Yeah.
Which isn't the worst. It gets us closer to the baseline.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, first things first.
What shall we learn? Let's do another dance.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
And?
Maybe more internal affairs?
Okay. So we're
Sounds
keeping
good.
it the same.
Let's keep going.
Alright.
Your maternal uncle's wife, the Countess Nyx, claims kinship to the old Merva line and originally asked your mother for the title of duchy. However, no one could verify her lineage. As a compromise, your mother created her brother, Duke of Merva. The last Duke of Mead was the older half-brother of the current Duchess. His reign was brief and highly scandalous. He defied tradition to pledge himself as the life mate of the old Duke of Ursel, then broke that off only a year later. He retired into seclusion and died still unwed.
Interesting. Didn't they say that the Duke of... Or no. Was it that the Duke of Merva is the next in line for right now?
After us, I think.
Well, they said until she has children of her own, the Duke is the next in line.
Yeah.
Because even though this is long of the Queen, apparently this is a patriarchal society.
You practice walking in the arm of a partner and following their cues to pause and turn while keeping your eyes closed.
So close to getting the next level of dance. Oh well. You have unlocked a new outfit. Oh hey!
It's 25 for each. I thought it was 50.
As you are walking up the stairs, a maid comes running down holding a towering pile of linen. You swiftly step aside and let her pass, because we at least have good reflexes. You return to your rooms, but you have barely settled when someone knocks on the door.
A visiting noble wishes to speak with you.
Who is it?
The Duke Consort of Mead.
If I remember right, he's the brother of the Duchess of Ursel. But we failed that check, it said, I think, so,
Could be wrong.
Which is funny, because we just got that info about who he is.
Mm-hmm.
You follow your father downstairs to greet your guest.
Your Highness, thank you for meeting with me in this difficult time.
Or maybe it was... Because he looks like her, too. But
Yeah,
it might be
yeah.
that we missed other information about him that was important.
Probably for the internal affairs one, we'd probably get a little bit more.
I come to you on behalf of the people of Ursel, who have been left without a protector. Commoners require governance and leadership, or they fall into chaos.
So where's the guillotine?
Just wait.
You want me to free your sister, the Duchess?
I wish for Ursel to have a leader. If my sister has displeased you, then I stand willing to serve. If you prefer Juliana in that position, then yes, free her. It is, of course, your decision.
I don't trust him.
But will we free the person who we imprisoned and then taunted?
Maybe. I mean, he seems flaky because he was like, I dedicate my life to you, and then a year later was like, actually, JK, bye.
So what shall we do?
Does Mick have a preference?
Do you think if we free Juliana, she's gonna hold it against us that we had her imprisoned?
Maybe. Unclear.
I actually do have all the ways of death up, and Snake is not one of them.
I think I did die to the snake before, though.
The snake bites the girl, maybe?
Yeah, the
Charlotte.
Snake fights Charlotte, and Charlotte goes away and doesn't show up again.
I think I've also died to poison chocolate before.
Also died to a duel.
Yep.
In the middle of the dance floor.
Yep, that's a fun one.
Well, I'm in favor of freeing, but
I say screw her.
Alright, Mick, I think you're the tiebreaker.
So who said what?
Satan's on free, I'm on screw her.
Let's go with free. I'm curious if she...
Get out of here! Oh, fine! She can go be a duchess again! But she'd better not show her face around here!
I feel like he's supposed to be Marth from Fire Emblem.
Kinda looks like a knockoff Marth, yeah.
On behalf of our people, I thank you for your mercy.
We can still visit the dungeons.
Yeah, we can just go around the dungeon.
Alright, so we now are primarily willful, but we could become lonely now.
Yes. We could choose a lonely option.
Or we dunk ourselves back into depression, but put everything else towards the middle. Or
That would
we
actually
really put ourselves towards the middle.
Yeah, that would make us lonely.
Yes.
Yeah, playing with toys would make us lonely.
Yeah. Do we want to be lonely?
So if we want to be lonely, we'd play with the toys.
Do we want to be lonely?
It changes our bonuses, at least.
It does change our bonuses, so we can mess with some other things.
Sure.
Sure.
Let's be a lonely person.
Now we're
Aw.
sad looking.
And we have a new outfit.
But we're good at conversation and medicine.
Let's look
And
at our
still
new
bad at
outfit.
royal demeanor.
Yeah, again, royal demeanor is like impossible.
Ooh, we have a tutu.
Yep, and
That's
if we go to
super
our
random.
skills,
Whoa!
look at agility.
Whoa.
All the outfits give us a, I think, +10 boost.
Okay,
to
well,
all
our
the-
other outfit doesn't give us any boost, so I
I
think...
think also we now have the ability to raise above 50 on anything agility.
Great. Well, we have bonuses to conversation and medicine, neither of which we've touched.
We might want to do some public speaking.
Yeah, I was thinking public speaking or court manners.
Yeah, one of those would probably be good to have.
Alright, so we'll set one of these to... I'm gonna put court manners.
Okay.
Do we also want public speaking, or...
Let's do flexibility.
more flexibility? Okay.
Never hurts.
Sure.
You review the correct greetings for guests according to rank, and when to extend your hand to another. All nobles expect their due honors. You practice bouncing motions with your arms and legs to increase the muscular effect. You kneel with your hands pressed to the floor, then stretch like a cat, rolling your back up and down.
We become cat.
There is a man here to see you. He wishes crown funding for a project of his.
And we're not coronated yet.
Remember, the treasury is not unlimited. If you choose to invest, you will have less money to work with later. Your Royal Highness, I have a plan to print books using metal letters, which can be moved and reused. I need to borrow 875 lassie to assemble the metal and a factory to mold and cast the type. With this system, we'll be able to create new books in a fraction of the time it takes now, and make copies to send all over the world.
I don't know much about factories or trade. Would that really be worthwhile? We are not interested.
I guess no printing press shall be made.
I don't read.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
We are now lonely.
We are now lonely.
Shall we, do you want to, we would still be lonely.
We would still be lonely, but we would even things out a little bit more.
Actually, yeah, we would.
So do we want to move everything towards the middle? Then it's easier to be flexible if we want to try to hit one.
Well,
in
we're already
particular.
pretty flexible.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't hurt to be closer to the middle.
I was making a joke.
I don't care.
I'm hurt!
And we have yet to attend court. Or we can talk to Dad. Hi, Dad.
Do you want to talk to Father?
You know what? Yeah, hi, Dad. We haven't talked to you in weeks. Dad, what really happened to Mom?
She was the Lumen, a magic user, who was meant to be in reserve to defend our domain, but she insisted on... You don't need to hear that. She used magic. It drained her strength. She thought it was harmless, and it wasn't. Eventually, her heart just stopped. That's why I don't want you involved with it. Oh, now I'm sad.
And lonely.
Yes. It didn't actually affect her mood at all. So.
I know. But we'll say it's that she's lonely because her mom's gone.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to keep on court manners. I feel like that's going to be important.
That's going to probably be important as we are going to be queen.
Yes. So I would like to keep a court manners. What else?
Maybe poison?
Okay.
We could be poisoned later in life.
Yeah, we could be. Medicine, poison. Ability to recognize and counteract dangerous substances. 10.
As the person of highest rank within the domain, no one may sit at any formal event unless you give them permission, and no one must ever turn their back on you. If they do, you are intended to recognize the insult. You study rules for formal dining, including the proper utensils for different dishes. As the queen, no one will comment on your mistakes, but they will notice them. The fairest treatment for most ingested poisons is to purge the stomach by forcing the victim to eat powdered charcoal, which can absorb dangerous substances.
That's true. Which makes it really strange that activated charcoal became like a trendy thing to just turn your foods black.
Yeah.
Well, we know we won't be poisoned.
Well, we don't know that.
Shush.
What?
Alright,
Don't worry.
who is this sleazy looking dude? Because I don't know what it is about his face, but he just looks sleazy.
I mean, yeah, he does. Do you want me to be sleazy Mech, or?
Sure.
Your Highness, my sympathies for your loss. Even after all these years, I sometimes forget that my own mother will never be coming back.
Thank you.
However, I must call for your aid. The Ixionite occupation of the country of Imrium has gone on for too long. Now is the time to push back.
County, not country.
Whatever.
I don't know if that's important, but... Nope, that was a typo, because it said foreign affairs. I know there's been some problems with Ixion, but I don't know the details. I guess they're occupying South Marie? I don't know anything about the military. I don't want to fight. There must be a peaceful way to settle this. I will send for some diplomats from Ixion and try to come to some arrangement.
Thank you, Your Highness. Your Highness, if I may ask, that necklace you're wearing, where did it come from?
It was a gift from the Duke of Sedna.
Then you have made arrangements with him?
I think he's asking if I'm engaged to the Duke.
Are we engaged to an old man?
Are we considering being engaged? Or do we just like jewelry?
The Duke is far older than us.
Very
You
much
creepy.
so.
So, what shall we do?
I think that when she received it, she was just like, ooh, something shiny will make me feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Other thoughts?
That is true. That is true.
Any other thoughts?
I think that's true.
Alright, we're agreeing. Not at all! But I appreciate presents. Doesn't everyone?
If you say so, Your Highness.
So sleazy looking. I don't know. Alright. I'm gonna send us towards the center. I think we'll still be lonely, but
Lonely. We're so lonely.
sitting in on court sessions is not fun at all. But it pleases your father, and it may be important for your future as queen. But you're not happy about it. You're very lonely. But less lonely now that you're feeling pressured.
Under pressure. Boom, 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 boom.
All right, everybody. Anytime you're feeling lonely, just put yourself under intense intense pressure instead, and therefore you will no longer be lonely. That's how that works, right? Apparently. If you're feeling pressured, you can't possibly feel lonely. They are mutually exclusive.
Well, if we're going to be doing some diplomats, we should really probably do some foreign affairs.
I hope we're not doing any diplomats. She's 14.
You know what I
Yeah.
meant. We should probably really work on some foreign affairs. Learn more about what's been happening in the past.
Alright, we can study some foreign affairs. Instead of... Well, we passed court manners. Hopefully we don't need too much more court manners for now. We've got a solid 30.
Yeah, I think that looks good.
And then... what about the other one?
More poison.
More poison? Alright.
Study the relationship of Nova and its nearest neighbors. The borders have been mostly peaceful in the recent years, except the problems with Ixion to the south. However, trouble may be brewing in Piraeus as well. Is it Piraeus?
It's however you choose to read it, because this is not a voiced game, except for whatever we voice.
That's fair. Certain poisons will counteract each other, such that either on their own will kill the victim, but carefully applying a matching amount of the other will cure. If a victim is stabbed with the poisoned spine of a sea urchin, the spine must be removed carefully, and the affected area soaked in very hot water in order to cook out the poison.
Yeah, just like cook your body. It's fine.
Yes. You can just be a
Fine.
little well done.
That's how you cure poisons, so it's fine.
You're just going to
Boil
be a little
yourself.
well done. It's fine. The representative from Ixion is here. Be careful. No one wants to give up prizes that they have won. You have the full support of my sister and myself, Your Highness.
Let's get this over with.
Your Royal
We
Highness.
needed a different kind of history.
Oh. Your Royal Highness, thank you for granting me this audience. I am sure we can come to an amicable agreement. Let bygones be bygones now. We will forget about your unprovoked attacks on us, and you will transfer the rights to this little province. We can be good neighbors again without any lives lost.
Lost that too. Foreign affairs, foreign intelligence both failed. Wait, I need to run to the restroom, so I'll be right back. But you two discuss. You
What do
two
you think,
discuss, and I'm gonna come back and expect an answer.
You're expecting answers?
What about execution?
That will, Ooh, I mean, yeah, we could just execute.
I don't think we want to surrender the province or give him money. And I don't think he's going to be intimidated by a child.
Not when the child is so lacking in every area.
Mm-hmm.
Except for dodging. So yeah, we can do some fun execution. Ooh, excuse me.
Sounds like a plan.
So what have we decided?
Execution.
And here you have our answer. Off with his head! Didn't realize we were the Queen of Hearts.
Hmm.
Crown Princess. Or Yeah, Crown Princess of Hearts, I guess.
In a tutu, remember.
In a tutu. Ship that back to Ixion. If they know what's good for them, they'll get out of my way! Now that you finished studying, what will you do for the weekend? Now that you finished studying and also sentenced a man to death, what do you want to do?
Apparently, we just need to get angry.
Do you want to get angry? We could
Oh man.
minus to
we could
angry
play
and
sports.
plus to angry and minus to lonely at the same time.
And that would make us angry.
I mean, just one to angry would make us angry, but yeah.
Let's be angry.
Alright, let's become angry. Now we're angry. Right?
Grr,
Yes.
grr, grr.
Weapons and military. Grr, grr, grr.
You
Well,
can
now that we've
send it to
executed someone, perhaps we should invest in military.
her. Yeah.
What? We don't want to just murder some people?
We're now good at weapons and military. We can also murder some people. We could invest more in weapons. But I think we should put some towards military strategy.
Yeah, probably.
Now that we've beheaded someone. And then, military weapons, something else.
Swords.
Swords.
Stabby, stabby.
Stabby, stabby. Or slashy, slashy.
Piercy, piercy.
You study the strengths and weaknesses of different weapons and battle formations. You practice slow swings to move your blade to precisely mark targets, building up your muscle and control.
You receive a report on the outcome of the battle against the Ixionites. I accidentally clicked the window on OBS instead of the actual window. You succeeded in driving them out of Marie, but it cost you almost a full battalion of soldiers, and a great deal of materiel. Oh, hi! Hi, Witch!
Hello!
Hello, how are you?
Hello, what?
Oh, how is Stray?
How was the kitty cat
Oh,
that everyone's talking about?
Like, how do I use my own shout-out command again? Let's find out. Does this work? Yeah!
Kitty cat, kitty cat.
Hello, friends. Kitty Cat was goofed, but made me very tired. That's fair. How's y'all's game going? We have not died yet, and I'm kind of surprised.
I actually don't think there's a death yet.
You lost 965 soldiers. The Duke of Marie will be happy, but we could have done better! You'll also receive a letter informing you that Talarist, the Duke of Sedna, will be arriving for an official visit next week. As you're just going around wearing the necklace from him. Going, ooh, jewelry, shiny. Winning. I died quite a bit. Yeah, we've been playing for like an hour and we haven't died yet.
What week are we on?
I think 11 or so?
Yeah, we still have
Oh, 12. Week 12.
we still have a few weeks before the first death actually can
Alright.
happen.
What will we do? Our mood is that we're angry.
We angry.
Ingy.
We're angry. I don't know. What do we want to be?
We have yet to be yielding.
We have
but
yet to be
we
yielding.
don't
We
have
have
anything
yet
that
to
can
be
launch us straight to yielding.
No, because we're too depressed.
Do we want to keep being
We're too angry, you mean? I mean, we could tie yielding and depressed, but anger stays up, so...
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Wait,
Yes, we could attend court twice.
We could become more afraid and lonely. We could be... We can visit the dungeons to become cheerful. Need to eat and rest my eyes, but I will be happily lurking. Oh, we don't have alert command, but
We
thank you
don't
for the
have alert command, yeah, but thank you.
Yeah, I hope you get some good rest and all.
Yes.
Yeah, wait, so what do we want to do?
We are young and
Or,
unafraid.
Father is still question marks.
Yeah, that depends on our interaction with Father. Father?
Daddy? How'd Mommy die?
She was brutally murdered. What do you expect?
Oh, yeah, that checks out. When am I gonna brutally die?
Probably in a few weeks.
Yeah, that checks out too. Thanks, Dad. I don't know what it. I like the mystery of talk to your father, but we could do something else instead.
I don't know. I do not know. Just pick something.
Dad, if this trouble with Ixion started years ago, why didn't Mom fix it?
Your mother told the Duke of Murray and the Duchess of Hellas that it was their problem and that they should sort it out themselves.
Oh. Should I have done that?
The situation is different now. Everyone on all sides wishes to see what sort of queen is coming to the throne.
Everyone is judging me.
Ah, we're so judgy.
We're being judged, actually. But we are still angry.
But if we attend court next week, we will be yielding. No, we'll still be angry.
No, we'll still be angry.
Darn. We need to stop being so angry, apparently.
Angry.
So what shall we learn?
Let's see, where were we at? Strategy and weapons.
Weapon!
What about more ciphering and sword?
Stabby, cipher.
You know what? Sure.
Stabby, cipher.
Actually, it's cipher, stabby.
Whatever.
You practice shifting substitution ciphers where each letter is replaced by one a few steps further along the alphabet so that cake and pie becomes that.
Becomes we are ace. What about the cake and pie?
You drill with a partner, attacking and blocking in carefully timed patterns. You practice moving with the blade, sidestepping, charging, and lunging.
He doesn't look that old.
He's older than we are.
Well,
I think quite a few years.
Most of the characters are older than we are.
Not Charlotte.
I said most.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, I forget. Out of the romanceable characters, because I think there's romance, right? Like...
I know of two off the top of my head.
Yeah, I think there's a few romance options, but are any of them her age?
Yes. Yes, there is a young child that we can choose to marry if we go through the right steps.
That is even weirder.
I mean, young child as in, like, around our age.
Feels like the kind of marriage that should not be binding at that point.
Yeah, well...
Anyway.
What?
Your Highness, what a pleasure it is to meet you in person at last. Your description did not do you justice.
I don't know how to deal with handsome older men paying me compliments.
I was so pleased to hear that you had accepted my humble offering. A jewel for a jewel. But you are the most precious. I hope that this is only the beginning of a mutually beneficial relationship. A union between us would bring stability to both our peoples.
He really does want to marry me.
Peace out, thanks for the jewelry.
Mick? What's your vote?
I'd say politely decline, but I feel like it's gonna end up being bad.
I feel like it's gonna end up being bad, but that's two. That's 2 for 2. I need to let him down gently. I am not marrying you! I'm only 14!
That's not gentle at all.
Well, we failed the court manners because we apparently dropped that too soon, so... That may not have been gentle.
I see. I regret the misunderstanding.
Peace out!
I am not marrying you! I am a child! What's wrong with you? Captioner, you are so bad today.
Just like every other...
Okay. Well,
Okay.
in the meantime, we're still angry.
We still angry.
Still angry. Have not attended any service yet. Maybe still won't. I feel like I kind of want to explore the castle. I'll
Then
still
go
be
for it.
angry, but like a little bit less so.
A little
And
less
a
angry.
little bit more lonely.
A little less hanky goes a long way.
Ew, spider webs. Still angry. Well. So, because we don't have the weapons outfit, does that mean that we can't go
It's-
for 50 for swords?
Yes.
Okay, so we should switch away from swords.
Yes.
What do we want to study instead?
Murder?
Maybe strategy
Okay, more in strategy.
and polearms.
Kind of want to do archery.
That works.
You know, one melee weapon, one ranged weapon.
Study the effects of battle stress on troops and how morale can turn the tide of combat. Study military recruitment and the importance of training and motivation and making soldiers who can trust and depend on each other. You learn how to twist and wax bowstring from a variety of fibers.
You are requested to stand in judgment. A woman has been convicted of attempted murder. Request the mercy of the crown. Your Highness, this slattern dares to beg pardon when she admits that she tried to poison my sister under her own roof.
Which sister?
Coruscant, the Duchess of Mead.
Is she alright?
She's unharmed. We caught the culprit in the kitchens before anyone could eat her foul spew.
Well, what do you have to say for yourself? It's justice it is! Them devils killed me brother and broke me mam's heart. Lied to her they did, and when she went to see why he'd not come back, they said he'd gone for a soldier when he never would. He weren't the only one neither. I waited 10 years for my chance to get my own back. That's justice!
You see, she's completely unrepentant. Hang her and be done with it.
This might have something to do with the last Duke of Mead. He was involved in all sorts of scandals.
Should we put her to work in prison or execute her? Hey, what's the story?
I don't trust whatever he has to say about her story. And I do not favor executing her because I'm actually on the side of revolution, so... I'm like, ideally, I just want Elodie to be killed by a rebellion, actually. So do we want to imprison or put her to work?
Put her to work.
Okay. This woman failed in her goals. She harmed no one. I do not require her life. If she is kept far away from your sister's court, she will no longer be a threat.
You're going to forgive her?
I'm indenturing her, not pardoning her. She will serve as a heavy laborer in northern Ursul.
She should be made an example of. She should be drawn and quartered in a public square.
I have spoken! Gods bless you, miss. Alright, well, we're still angry. But we're also kind of depressed.
Well, we could,
You know what we haven't been yet? Cheerful.
Right.
Cheerful.
Or pressured. I don't think we've been pressured yet either. I don't think we've been fully yielding yet either.
No, we haven't been.
So we could become yielding right now.
No, we can't.
Oh wait, no, we could become depressed.
Yes, we can become depressed again.
Um,
We'd be back in the depression pit.
yeah, but we can solve the depression pit in the next turn then.
Okay.
Or we can go towards evening out the depression while also pushing us towards yielding a little bit. Which leaves us as angry.
Which is angry for one more. So either depressed or angry.
Well,
We haven't been depressed for a
Yeah.
while.
I am tired of being angry.
So then let's be depressed.
That's a 10 quarter, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And now we are depressed. Tied with yielding. We have bonuses again to expression and animal handling.
And then the random ones that we've picked up along the way.
Yes, but main bonuses too.
Yes, yes. So what shall we do? What shall we do?
You know, we have not touched expression at all.
No, we have not. We could be a decorator, a singer, or an instrumentor.
Well, Mick is the musician, so do you think that we should take any kind of music thing, or should we just be like, nah?
Let's do music. Yeah, instrument.
Okay, we'll take one instrument. Instrument. And then... You enjoying the music, Sharky?
Well, what shall we do? What shall we do?
either internal affairs or Novan history. Basically, historical or current day internal stuff is my impulse.
I say internal.
Affairs? Or history?
Affairs.
Okay. So we will be studying internal affairs and learning how to play an instrument. Or
Sounds
multiple
perfect.
instruments.
You tap out chiming dyads on the glockenspiel, learning the basics of harmony and rhythm. The Duke of Marie has paid suit to the Duchess of Ursel to no avail. The Duchess's brother is opposed, as he will inherit if she dies childless. Your agents suspect the Duchess of Ursel is actually more interested in the Duchess of... Is that Hellas or Hellius? I can't tell if it's an I or
I
an
think
L.
it's an L.
It's 2 L's.
Okay, Hellas. Neither has ever been linked to a man.
I support their gay relationship.
Same.
As you are walking one day in the gardens, you hear a strange sound and look up to see an owl flying overhead. A single dry leaf flutters in its talons. Well, we suck at divination, but we are good with falcons. An owl flying in the open in broad daylight. That's unusual. I wonder if something attacked it? When you return to the castle, your father is waiting for you.
There are reports that a Keithong has been sighted leaving the old forest.
What's a keithong?
A beast with the body of an enormous golden cat, a sharp beak and spikes on its back.
Eek!
Several disappearances in southern Caloris are already thought to be the work of this creature.
What should we do? Should we send hunters?
The traditional policy on stray beasts is to hope that they return to the forest and stay there. Hunters are no match for such creatures. You would only make it angry and waste more lives.
So, we just let it eat people?
Everyone dies in the end.
This is
just
why
like
the
you
monarchy
will,
needs to fall.
just like you will in a few weeks. ...
We don't even
Yes,
get an
we're not.
option to be. Well, we are
Yes.
depressed.
Yeah, so we're not yielding!
Well, yeah.
We literally would have to just like attend service or something. No, we playing with toys would do it.
Oh, yeah. We will be deep in the yielding pit, but maybe that's okay. Do we wanna?
Yeah.
Let's play with our toys.
Alright, we are now yielding.
And we can
We
do
finally
royal
can do real demeanor.
Uh,
And we have bonuses to history and faith.
and super bad points in weapons and lumen.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's fine. We don't have anyone to teach us Lumen anyway. And it's a good thing we just invested a bunch in swords already.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think we should take advantage of royal demeanor while we can.
Okay.
Composure, elegance, or presence.
Do we just pick two of them?
Yeah, we could. Or we could pick the same one
Double down
twice.
one.
Yeah. Do we want to be composed, elegance, or present?
Having presence.
Presents, yeah.
Yeah, is that the one we want? Or
I say so.
Sharky, any opinions?
I have 0 opinions about life.
Alright, let's just double down on having confidence in command. Hear me!
Practice wearing the royal regalia and looking at yourself in the mirror. Young as you are a queen of the blood. You are your mother's daughter. You are a force to be reckoned with. You stare at yourself in the mirror and practice focusing and transmitting energy with only your eyes, turning the intensity of your gaze on and off at will. You practice using different styles of breathing in order to feel more energetic and let that energy surround you for others to share.
Remember that the Festival of the Good Lady is approaching. There will be public celebrations for the commoners, followed by a grand gala for the nobility.
A grand ball. There will be dancing.
As queen, you would be expected to lead the procession and take part in the ceremonial planting, possibly give a speech. However, since you are not yet crowned, it is not required, and it may not be safe to expose you to the public.
What do you mean not safe?
Outside of the castle, you are less well protected. If anyone means you harm, think on it now. Decide later.
Little do you know, I snuck out before.
There is a letter for you as well.
It's from Bryony. I went to school with her, but she's a couple of years older than me. Her mother is the Duchess of Mead. She's complaining that her mother still won't let her come home for the holidays. Apparently her uncle Kevin is absolutely furious about that woman's trial. She's bored and looking for an adventure. Well, I don't have any to suggest to her.
Rude.
What an excited, like, I don't have anything for you! I think we should continue becoming a little bit more cheerful.
Okay, then how shall we be cheerful?
Okay.
Do we want to attend service or visit the
Well,
dungeons?
just going outside. Oh no, that becomes willful.
Yeah,
We're going to the garden.
Boy,
let's see.
The toys would make us more cheerful. That is true.
Yeah, but it sinks us deeper into yielding, which I'm not sure is good.
So it'd probably be better just to do attend service and just be less depressed and more cheerful.
Mm-hmm. Or walk in the gardens.
What do you prefer?
Well, we've avoided service this whole time, so we're just not gonna do that. A walk in the fresh air helps you forget the burdens on your shoulders. And let's see. Well,
We could go for more composure or elegance. Just get it while the demeanor is hot.
yeah. I was thinking he did mention public speaking as a possible thing, or the
That we
planting,
choose to do.
but we don't have the points for that, and we're not gonna get it in time, I think. So, one each or one in particular?
well, let's go with one each, yeah.
Okay, composure and elegance.
You practice deep breathing exercises, learning to find and maintain a sense of inner calm. You practice walking along a narrow rail, taking each step carefully and focusing on your balance.
Today is the procession and planting for the Festival of the Good Lady. Will you be leading the parade? If you have any concerns about your safety, please stay here. The people will recover from disappointment. If we lose you, there is no recovery.
Let's see. What do we think parade is?
A parade?
Well, skills-wise. feel like speech is out. But do we think it's a bad idea to do the parade?
I feel like if we lead the parade, we will probably die, but maybe it's worth doing.
Sharky?
You can do it if you want.
Are we gonna die?
No.
No?
I don't think we met any prerequisites to die.
What are the prerequisites to die?
We would have had to, there's a few specific things we would have to do.
Okay, so we have not met the prerequisites to die, so we shouldn't die?
No, we shouldn't die. No. The most that will happen is people will be sad at us.
I'm not afraid. I'm gonna be the best parade leader ever!
My little girl.
You prepare your best gown for the occasion, then walk slowly through the town with your attendants. It would not be appropriate for you to wear a sword, but you do walk with a sturdy golden scepter that's taller than you are. At the end of the route, you help the priestesses turn over the earth for the new tree to be planted. Then the new life is blessed and all the attendants join in song. We failed all the checks, but it's fine. The procession regroups to return to the castle. All of a sudden, there's a faint rumbling noise from under your feet. The newly planted tree in front of you quivers, and then, out of nowhere, a spurt of water comes up from the ground, spattering you in the assembled crowd with droplets. Just as quickly as it began, it vanishes. Priestesses try to calm the crowds with talk of omens and natural eruptions, but they can't halt the whispers. Dark magic. That water tasted of salt. But you know, it lifted our depression. Which...
Oh, interesting. That would have been interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What would have been interesting?
If Juliana was still in prison, she would have gotten out.
Well, we already said, get out of here.
Yes.
Well, I do want to keep yielding for at least one more, because I do want to get the royal demeanor up to 30 across the board if we can.
Right.
Just because it is hard to get hit. So while we're here, I'd like to be able to boost that up a little bit more at least. Did you check what the requirement was for the outfits? Like, if we hit 30 across the board, do we get another outfit, was it?
25.
25? Okay, so then we should get another outfit if we stick around for another. Let's see. Well, let's see, what does service do? Minus Engie.
Yeah, minus Engie because it's caught between Engie and the breast, and so it just equals to Engie.
Uh-huh. Well, we could walk in the gardens again. I feel like that's okay.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, walking in the garden would be nice.
Yeah. Walk in the fresh air. After failing the parade. And we'll keep the same classes, and then we'll hopefully get a new outfit. Yeah?
Sure, yeah.
You know, I'm gonna do something silly. I'm just gonna swap them for fun.
You practice standing and walking with books balanced on your head. You practice the elegant way to hold and sip from a teacup, your pinky slightly extended for balance.
Pinky out.
You practice positive thinking, maintaining a good self-image, and conditioning yourself to carry on rather than be frustrated by any past misstep. You practice sitting calmly while your teacher circles around you and makes unexpected loud noises at random intervals.
What a class.
Mm-hmm.
You've unlocked a new outfit! Wow. So we just need to survive one more to get the new outfit.
Are you ready for the grand ball? All the nobles in the domain are here to see you, to see their queen.
No.
Yes. This is gonna go interestingly.
You finish dressing,
Yeah.
descend the stairs to make a grand entrance.
I think this is normally where I die.
Maybe.
I don't think we're gonna die.
All around, the rich and powerful pause in their activities to gaze upon you, the ruler of them all. But are you ruling in centimeters or inches?
We're ruling in failure.
Even
Yeah.
though we got... Okay, well...
No, I actually see what the numbers are that
Yeah.
we would have had to beat. And, if we had doubled up, we would have met one.
Well, oh well. Seeing yourself reflected in so many eyes makes you want to run away and hide. After a moment, you force yourself to carry on, but you're sure they've all seen you hesitate. Your father waits for you at the bottom of the stairs and offers you his arm.
The first dance is for us.
He guides you gently around the dance floor, never rushing you. It's fun to dance with your father, but the look in his eyes is so sad.
After this, you must choose your own partner. There are a number of men who who hope to catch your eye. The Duke of Kegel alone has brought 3 eligible sons, all near your age.
You look around the room at all your possible partners. Which is to say, everyone. No one may begin dancing until you do. You can pick whomever you want and you will not be denied. Failed
this
that
isn't-
check too.
And this is not going to go well either.
Are there ones that we survive?
Oh no, I think we're going to survive.
Okay. Do we fail all of them?
I don't think we have met so much disapproval that we are going to have a vote of no confidence. I think. However, we will fail all the dancing.
Great. Well,
Because I don't think our dancing is above the threshold. I forgot what our dancing is, though.
what's the threshold?
Partial success is greater than or equal to 50.
Oh, no, we don't.
Full success is greater than or equal to 90.
Yeah, we certainly don't. I think we're at 40 something because of the two-shoe, but yeah, not quite 50.
Yeah, so, no matter who we pick, we will fail.
Do you know who each one is? Or is it just whether
yes.
you die or not?
Oh,
Okay.
no, I know exactly who's who.
So who's the married and who's the scandalous?
Married is Erwin, Earl of Ishtar. A minor character. Scandalous would be Duchess Bryn. Who we did see at one point.
Oh, was she the one that I gave like a snotty voice?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, Duchess Bryn should be there.
I'm really
Yeah.
just like, should I be scandalous or should I be scandalous? Which flavor of scandal do we want?
I say actually scandalous.
Mick?
Yeah, let's go with scandalous.
Gay! You don't want everyone assuming that whoever you pick first is your intended marriage partner, so why not make your choice as ridiculous as possible and still make it our intended marriage partner? With that in mind, you approach the Duchess of Hellas.
Yep.
You feel deliciously wicked at the expression of shock on her face, but it soon fades into something more ambiguous. Her hand in yours is warm, and too late, you wonder if you're playing with fire.
Oh, that would have been so good if we got internal affairs higher.
Well, oh well.
What's our internal affairs?
Not that high. Like 30 or so?
Darn. Oh, darn. If
Yeah.
it was above 40, we would have found something out about Brain.
Well, because was she the one that was rumored to be potentially gay with the other Duchess?
No, that was Ursula.
Well, I thought it was Ursula and Hellas.
Oh, might have been. I forget if it was Enhellas.
Because I know it was Ursula, but it was who with, and I think it might have been Hellas.
Let's go.
Anyway, dancing with a real partner feels quite different from dancing with your father. You knew him, knew his steps like a part of you. Now every move is a mystery. Unfortunately, you lose track of which steps you're supposed to do when, and trip over your own feet. Oops!
Yep.
Between the dances, there is time for the guests to mingle, chat, and sample tiny bites of exquisite food. During a lull in the music, Banyan, the Duke of Marie, taps an elegant fingernail against a wine glass, letting the clear note ring out through the room.
If I might have your attention,
You may not.
I believe we should offer our compliments to our lovely hostess. Her bravery and courage keep our borders defended.
Everyone applauds politely. As the gala continues, you take the opportunity to observe nobles that you rarely see. There's Gwenelle, for instance, the young lady of Sudbury, only months older than you and due to finally inherit control of her duchy soon. Finally? That would make her also about 15.
Yes.
Or Adele, the youngest daughter of the Duchess of Lilla, and a fierce sportswoman. She was a few years ahead of you at school and the absolute terror of the ball fields. No Bryony. She had said her parents were leaving her stuck at school this season. Her parents are here dancing together, the Duke consort clutching his Duchess possessively tight. Strange that there's no sign of your cousins, though. Shouldn't they be here? Your aunt and uncle are here, of course. It would be scandalous if they hadn't come, Merva being so close by. It's nice to be able to enjoy time and friends with family, isn't it? Well, we survived.
Yeah.
We failed a lot of things, but we survived.
Yeah.
So, what do we want to do now? Put us at perfect... No, wait, not perfect 0. Well, we could become lonely and otherwise become perfect 0.
Let's do it.
Yeah?
Go for it.
Now we are lonely.
And we have an
But
outfit.
we have an outfit! Wow. Well, now we look like a queen.
Long live.
I think that's even the little crown from the icon for the game. Anyway.
Yeah, yes.
Conversation in medicine. Penalty back to royal demeanor, so it's a good thing we got it when we could. Ah,
They say poison again.
poison?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, hey. Even though it has the penalty to royal demeanor because we have the outfit, it's actually the teensiest boost.
Yeah, we are greater than a +1 for the
Yes.
-1.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is amazing.
That's what I mean. Well, that's why I was like, let's invest in royal demeanor.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's a shame we missed the one check, I guess. Oh well.
It's so hard.
I'm sure. And that's the thing with balance versus all in, right?
Yeah.
So we want poison and oh no, our dance had been at 39.4 because we had the tutu, but it is no longer so. And I kind of just intend to keep her in this outfit unless we need to switch. Just because I don't know if we'll get to yielding again.
Oh, more than likely no. Let's do, I say... Let's do some more foreign affairs.
Or foreign affairs? History?
Yes.
History, foreign affairs, and the medicine of poison.
4 years ago, the Duchess of Hellas tried to foment an insurrection in northern Ixion. just over the Galvin River border. Not only did that fail, but in retaliation, Ixion pushed troops into southern Maury.
Ah.
Whoops!
Hey, I left the decision to you two, and I came back and you said, execute!
Yeah.
I'm actually a puppet ruler. I'm just here controlling the mouse and asking for answers from you two.
Well, what's next?
It is possible to become immune to the venom of a particular snake by routinely ingesting very small amounts. However, this protection is temporary and will not provide any help against other snakes.
All right, time to drink some poison on a regular basis, all the time.
Enter jokes
Hmm?
and references. My lady, a bouquet has arrived for you.
The flowers are unusual, long spikes of red, thick with nectar and emitting a strong fragrance. Nothing like the delicate blossoms in most vases. Wow, we still failed poison.
We were
And
actually
Cormans.
we were really close to poison.
Was it 50?
Yes.
Figures. Who sent them?
The Duchess of Hellas, I believe. Well, we actually do know that she is interested in women. So if we accept them, that might just have us pointed in a certain direction.
I'm like, I don't want to reject them. Are we in favor of accept?
Sure.
I'm also like, well, if we die, we're at like the 2-hour mark, and I do need to make dinner after this, so you know, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, we're not gonna die. Not yet, at least.
Put them on display. I think they look nice. You wander downstairs to visit your father and talk about the latest events in the domain. You're moving with such enthusiasm that you don't realize your father isn't alone until it's too late to avoid him and his companion.
You are too kind, Jocelyn.
Countess Siren, not a member of your circles. She's a bit more than a decade your senior, far too old to have ever been your friend. And yet, not at all old as noblewomen go. She has 2 minor titles, no husband, and your father's arm in her grasp! How dare she make a move on your father?
Trip her, trip her.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You wait until the Countess gets closer, then hook your foot around and make her stumble. Well, we got a success on something. She trips over you, falling gratifyingly to the floor. Ow!
Are you both alright?
I'm fine. She picks herself up and glares at you before forcing a smile onto her face.
I think perhaps I should go and sit down.
You can't be too careful. Once she's gone, you raise an eyebrow at your father.
Don't give me that look, young lady. She's a nice woman, nothing more.
She wants something more.
And it's not going to happen anytime soon after you tripped her. You should be careful how you deal with people like Siren. You need the goodwill of your nobles as well as your commoners.
There haven't been any problems so far.
Many dark looks were aimed your way at the gala. As queen, you must be aware of everything around you.
Sorry, we failed all the perception checks.
We did.
Isn't that what I have agents for?
Yes, but you must give them direction. What is your greatest concern? What is our greatest concern? That is,
Presently? I feel like nobles are foreigners. I mean, really, all
Yeah.
of these are, but you know.
I'd say 4, and since we did execute that one person.
that is
The
true.
one dude, and then we found out, like, oh wait, no, they did. We did actually. Our new love interest was actually the one who started that.
Yep.
You know what? That's fine. I I need to know if any foreign powers are moving against me.
As you wish.
Though I suppose if we do go after her, that becomes even more of a concern then, huh? Alright, how's our mood after all this? We are willful and kind of lonely, but mostly willful because it's tied.
Mm-hmm.
But we could become depressed if we went to court. What do we want to do?
I don't know.
I don't think we've gotten pressured yet. I
No,
don't
we
think we've
haven't.
become pressured yet.
No, we've never been under pressure. Boo doo doo boo doo boo boo. What?
I think we also haven't been straight up cheerful, but
No, we haven't.
so we can push up cheerful and down willful, but it'll push us further into lonely. Or we could just stay willful. Or we could become depressed.
Well, what will cheerful get us?
That's a good question. That is a good question. What would cheerful get us? Well, if we...
I don't think we can go straight to cheerful, right? Because if we bump up cheerful with, like,
we're
either
we're
one, I
also
think.
doing lonely.
Yeah. Both the cheerful options bump lonely.
Or that one doesn't.
Hmm?
Going to dungeons doesn't.
Cheerful and angry, but we'd stay willful.
Yeah, we would say willful.
We can't talk to Dad anymore. He's like this child. We also can't attend service anymore. They're like, you just refuse to come to service for your mom, I guess, so. Should we go to the dungeons? We haven't been to the dungeons since we sent the lady back. Affected by cruelty?
Yeah, we've been really cruel.
You sneak down to the castle dungeons and amuse yourself by poking the locked up peasants with sticks. Poor fools. Wow, we're terrible.
Yeah, we've been like really cruel.
And willful. Alright, well,
Let's go with foreign intelligence, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do
Seems
some
fair.
foreign intelligence.
Foreign intelligence. Anything else?
And yeah, let's double down on foreign intelligence.
Seems fair. Foreign intelligence.
The current Duke of Sudna, 26 years old and unmarried. He might be considered a good marriage prospect for you if you desire stronger ties with the domain of Talasy.
And a husband that's almost twice your age.
Yeah, I was about to say, almost twice your age.
The domain of Shangia, across the sea to the west, has been steadily increasing in size and now controls a wide range of coastlines as well as most of the navigable rivers. The political disruption in Tambula in recent years has caused a disruption in their chocolate production, which is to the benefit of Nova, particularly the Duchy of Kegel.
You even locked a new outfit.
It is the time of the year to decide any necessary adjustments to the royal budgets.
I'm surprised we haven't died yet.
We've literally only had like 2 chances to die. The majority of the money we receive is already spoken for, but there is always some room for discretion.
I don't know anything about budgets. I've never studied accounting. It's 0. So if we've been cruel but we lower taxes, will people like us more?
Probably not. We are pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Cool. What's the week that we're on? Like 18?
Something like that?
Yeah, we've had one chance to die.
Really?
Yeah. Well, two, actually, sorry. One at the gala and one at the parade.
Well, what are we doing with taxes?
Let's raise the...
Raise the taxes.
Where's the option to only tax the rich?
You can't.
We need more money. Raise the taxes a bit.
As you wish. Oh, no, that's true. We had 3. We could have, tried to execute Juliana and something fun would have happened.
Well, we didn't do that.
Nah.
So we're still
what's the
willful, but we could become angry, and we're on week 20.
Nope, we can't do that one. The next death is in week 28.
What's the total number of weeks?
40.
Oh, that's pretty far.
So there's a death on week 7, week 16, week 20, week 17 and 16 again. And then the next one after that is 28.
So we've missed a few deaths.
Yeah.
I was like, it's been a while since I lasted this long. Well, it's
Like-
been a long time since I played this, actually, so it's been a while since I hit any ending.
Like, usually the early deaths are pissing off the nobles.
Well,
If we pissed off the nobles, then, yeah, we're gonna get killed.
what do we want to be? Do we want to tie everything at 2?
Go for it.
Yeah, actually?
We'll be angry. But yeah, go for it.
The other thing is that we could drop all of these 3 close to the middle. Which would still make us angry, I think, but...
Which would still make us angry, yeah.
Which makes it easier to manipulate from there.
Yeah, if you're talking about attending court, yeah, we'll be angry.
Yeah.
Yeah. We might have to save this and do it another time.
Let's attend court, and then I'll save.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to do this.
We have a new outfit, that's right.
Yeah, taxes.
Oh, that's funny. No, I want the royal demeanor, because we're probably not gonna get much chance to keep boosting that.
Yep, so we have 8 weeks till our next death, if we so choose.
Well, I choose save.
Thank you all for joining.
I'm gonna name it Mick Guest, so that next time you join us, we can continue, maybe. Or
Okay.
play something else. But it'll be an option.
We will be back Friday for something.
Shenanigans.
For shenanigans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not The Sims yet, because I'm waiting on the patch.
Oh, that's next week.
The Arrow Ace patch.
But yeah. We'll see you next time, and thank you, Mick, for joining.
Thank you for having me.
Always. Alright, well, have a good night/day, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.